Here's what we were told would happen. Work hard in school, get a good job, climb the ladder, and at some point down the line, after enough effort, enough sacrifices, you'd feel secure, stable, like you finally made it. That was the deal, right? So you did the work, took the opportunities, made the sacrifices, showed up when it mattered, kept going when it was hard, and you reached the milestones you were aiming for. And here's what actually happened. On paper, you moved forward, but inside, you felt pretty much the same. You thought hitting these milestones would flip a switch, that earning a solid, respectable income would make you feel different, that the promotion would prove something, that finally being able to afford nicer things would make you feel, I don't know, successful? But it didn't. And now you start wondering what's wrong with you. And this is the part no one talks about. You're experiencing what psychologists call goal extinction. Here's how it works. For your entire life, you had a clear target. The grades, the college, the job, the promotion, there was always a next thing. A clear milestone, something to work toward. And that gave you something crucial. Direction. Even when it was hard, even when you were stressed, you knew what you were doing and why. You were building towards something. The suffering had a purpose. But then you got there. You hit the milestones, and suddenly, there's no clear next level. Sure, there's senior manager or director or whatever. But you look at the people in those roles and you don't even want what they have. More meetings, more politics, more hours. But for what? So you're stuck in this weird limbo. You can't go backward. That would be failure. But you don't want to go forward because you've seen where that leads. And without a clear goal, without that sense of direction you've had your entire life, you feel lost. Here's what makes it worse. You can't talk about it because from the outside, you have nothing to complain about. You're successful, stable, living the dream. But inside, you're having this crisis that sounds insane. I achieved what I was supposed to achieve, and now I don't know what I'm doing with my life. People don't get it. They think you're ungrateful, privileged, having a quarter-life crisis or whatever. So you stop mentioning it. You paste on the smile, you post the career updates, and privately, you know there's something that needs to be changed. But here's the thing that really breaks people. You're realizing you spent your entire 20s optimizing for someone else's definition of success. You didn't choose this career because you loved it. You chose it because it was stable, respectable, would make your parents proud, would prove you weren't a failure. You didn't choose this city because you wanted to live here. You chose it because the opportunities were here. You didn't choose this life. You chose safety, approval, the path that made sense. And now you're living it and it's fine. It's fine. But fine is killing you because you're starting to suspect you traded your 20s, the time when you had the most energy, the least responsibility, for a life that looks good on paper but feels empty in practice, and you can't get those years back. Here's what I need you to understand. You're not broken. You're not ungrateful. You're not having a crisis. You're waking up. You're realizing that the path you've been on, the one that was supposed to lead to fulfillment, was actually just leading to more of the same. And now you're standing at a fork. One path, keep going, keep climbing, keep performing. Hope that eventually at some level it'll finally feel like enough. Other path, step off the treadmill. Figure out what you actually want. Build a life that feels like yours, even if it looks weird to other people. Neither is easy, but one of them is honest, and I think you already know which one you need to take.